Well, this week, all the members of the church received a couple of letters. And bear with me as I go through a couple of details surrounding those letters and the information in it. In the first letter that you received, you had a sheet that looked something like this. And basically what this sheet is it's to serve as a survey to get some feedback and response on the names that we've narrowed down to 8 selections. We received a total of 34 suggestions, which is just an incredible response. So we want to say thank you for each and every one of those responses. But the team that met together, you saw their names in the letter, has narrowed the list down to 8. Real quick, a kind of little footnote to that is, since today is the last day to submit names, we recognize there might be a couple of extra names that we want to add to the list, and so we'll do so accordingly if more names come in today. But anyway, we sent this survey form to get your feedback and your response. And so today we'd like to ask you to just turn that in if you haven't already done so. You can do that in the generosity box, or to be honest, it'd probably be a little bit better if you threw it in one of the next boxes in the foyer, the main hallway, or in the coffee room. Now, here's another catch. If you're not a member, you didn't receive a letter, and that's okay. But what we want to do is we would still love to get your feedback and your opinions and thoughts on the names that have been provided. So if you'd like, just kind of catch me or one of the other members of the team. We will have a meeting after today, so there'll be a little bit of time where we won't be available. But we would love for you to nab one of these sheets and give us your thoughts and feedback as well, because your feedback and thoughts do matter and are very, very important to us. So the second letter that you received was one that is leading up to the official vote next Sunday morning as part of the all-church annual meeting. And there was the process that we had said we would go through, which would allow absentee ballots for anyone that had a previous commitment that couldn't be here. So one of the first things we want to ask is that you honor the intent of those absentee ballots. Please don't use them as a way to get out of being here just because you don't want to be for some reason or something like that. The intent is for those people who have a previous commitment who can't be here next Sunday, we will allow them to submit an absentee ballot, which will take the 3 names. There may be a couple of more if a couple filter in later, but to take the list of names provided, and we will choose one next Sunday as the new name for this church going forward as part of the next initiative. So if you need an absentee ballot, you need to make that request through the office. Just call or email CC's office coordinator, Debbie Macy Smith, and she can confirm membership and get the ballot to you. Those ballots will not be available until Monday around noon, as we'll narrow the list down. So if you need a physical ballot, we ask that you pick those up here by Tuesday of November 4th, by Tuesday at 4 p.m. And if you need an email ballot, which we'll work those details out as well, need to be requested by Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We also ask that you would return those ballots, the physical ones, back to the church office by Friday at noon. And that if you're submitting an email ballot, you would do so to CCC's moderator, Jerry Lindsay, by noon on Friday, so that those can be tabulated and put into the mix for the final count on Sunday. Now, one more thing is, in the event of a tie of choosing a new name, we will go on Sunday with a tiebreaker kind of vote, and only those present will count towards that vote. So this is an exciting process. It's an exciting time in the life of the church, and it's a huge step in helping us pursue inviting people into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ.